Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to the Brie Pod. I'm so excited to be launching my first official episode. It's crazy that we're here. But before we start, I wanted to tell you a bit about me. As you may know, my name is Brie, and I did spell it like the cheese as kind of a joke. There's always been a bit of a debate on how my nickname is actually spelled, which is kind of a weird thing, but due to my name being Brianna with an I, uh, it's been kind of is it BRE? Is it BRI? So when I discovered the Bell twins, I knew right there it was the perfect end to the debate. BRIE. Brie. That's me. My podcast has definitely been many years in the making because I have been an unofficial mentor and life coach to many of my friends and family. Um, and I've toyed around with the idea of starting a podcast. I just wasn't confident in what exactly I wanted to share um, until a few weeks ago. But unfortunately, I have been struggling with infertility and I had another negative pregnancy test. Unfortunately, this isn't the first of many. Um, and I I guess I should put this in a better perspective. My husband Jeremy and I have been trying to have a baby for a few years now. And in August of 2020, I was actually officially diagnosed with endometriosis. I have probably have endo for years now, but it just went undiagnosed until recently. And to get this diagnosis, we've been on a huge roller coaster ride. Because of the fact that my husband and I travel for his work together, which made everything all the more difficult because I haven't really been in one place long enough to really establish a rapport with one doctor. In fact, I've actually met with multiple doctors from Massachusetts to Florida, even Arizona. And most of these appointments only caused me a great deal of frustration and really didn't offer many answers until I met my doctor from Massachusetts, which he's amazing. And I love the fact that we can telecommunicate because that really helped out a lot. Um, and the fact that my aunt and uncle live in Massachusetts, so it helped me be there for when I had to have that surgery. Um, I'm probably going to say a lot, but fast forward to my latest pregnancy test. It took me a week of self-reflection, and I actually ended up distancing myself for that week from my friends and family because I was just thinking, like, what do I do now? Because this has been a constant battle of and a constant upset with negative tests. And I've just been questioning, like, do I look into IVF? Do I see how many eggs I have? Is it the stress? Because, a lot of people say that you stress yourself out and you can, you kind of make it where you can't have a child. There's been so many things, that I've been told. And it's really had me question, my fertility, and I've been seeking a lot of advice, um, especially from, my doctor. And with this, I've always wanted to be a blogger of some sort, but I didn't feel my blog could fit in usual categories. I'm not one that fits in a neat little box. The little box is really not big enough for all the things I wanted to share. And in this podcast, I'm bringing you real people, real stories, real ups, and real downs. And it's really given me the proof that you sometimes have to fail in order to succeed. And sometimes failure is actually more than sometimes, because failure is a huge part of the formula that equals to success. As we all know, life on Instagram is different from what led us up to this point. What was in the rearview mirror. and what's been behind the scenes to get to where we are. And with that being said, this podcast, I want it to be a platform for people to talk about their stories, about love, health, relationships, career, and even self-love. So I'm bringing in mentors, coaches, friends, family, as well as continuing to bring you on my own personal journey. Show you the raw side and that we're all in this together, finding our way through life. This community is here to be your support system, as well as everyone that comes in giving advice and tips that they learned and that we have all learned along the way to share with you. So without further ado, I'd like to officially welcome you to the Brie Pod, and I hope you come along this journey with me.